The Allegheny Journal has found Teri Dreussi-Smith, who is from Greenville. She's come all the way to the Allegheny Highlands for this seminar today. Welcome, Teri.
Thanks, Terry.
She's the author of Bridges Out of Poverty, and it's gotten very wide attention. Teri, how did you dream up Bridges Out of Poverty? What made you want to write that book?
I started writing the book in 1997, and I was working with Phil Duvall in addictions in a small town in Ohio, and before that I was working with kids in poverty in schools, and I continued to work with kids in poverty as well as all economic classes, and Phil was doing treatment, and 80% of our treatment clients were from generational poverty, and we weren't quite sure what approach to take.
And by generational poverty, you mean?
Two or more generations.
Two or more, okay.
And we found this book someone gave Phil called A Framework for Understanding Poverty, written by Ruby Payne. And so Ruby had addressed in schools how kids in poverty come from different environments, and those different environments change how we look at things, change our perspective, how we have relationships and what's important in relationships, what are our priorities, and how do we decide how to approach our life. Where schools are very sort of middle class in their focus, and by that I mean choice-oriented, future story-oriented, and the same is true of every sector.
This isn't a simple process, is it?
No.
There's a lot of elements to it.
It's like you're taking the pot, right, of boiling water of economic class, and you're taking the lid off of it and seeing what's happening. And the same is true in every sector. So all of us are trying to get people to make choices that make a better future story, but poverty is very now. And so you have to have a now motivation before you can look at your future story. And the thing I think that Bridges has brought that people love is respect. Respect between all economic classes and getting people in poverty to the table that decides what the programs are and what's going to happen, not just with my life, but with my community. And so it's a way of bringing people together.
Well, somehow, I guess, in the process, to deal with situations of poverty, you have to take the stain or whatever you call it away from that, the embarrassment from it, and deal with issues that can turn it around.
Why do we think that being in poverty is a shameful thing? In the Depression, it was not a shameful thing. Everybody was in poverty.
It's a condition.
Here's the issue that we have looked at over and over with the poverty research. What causes poverty? Is it just our choices? Or is it political and economic structures? Is it exploitation? Maybe our community doesn't have all the resources it needs to actually help us to move out of poverty. So I think when we look at poverty as a shameful thing, we're just looking at choices, and it's so much more than that. And so Ruby Payne helped us to understand that. Even though she had written her book for schools, we applied it to all sectors.
And now you're going around the country and talking
about... She asked us to write a book with her.
Where all have you been in speaking about this?
And we're in 9 countries, including Slovenia, many of the English-speaking countries, Canada, Australia, Ireland, Scotland. Ruby has been to China, working with the schools there. It's been an international event. Why are people attracted to this? Because the bottom line, Jerry, is relationships. I'm sorry, I'm not feeling motherly. But relationships are what this is about. And do we build relationships the same way in every environment? No, we have different priorities. And so this helps us to understand and to be better at reaching out to one another. Not necessarily giving a hand up to somebody, but walking shoulder to shoulder with them. This is the key.
Teri, when you first got involved with this, did you have any idea that it would be so wildly popular?
No. I said to Phil when we left what I call our day jobs, how long do you think it's going to be before we aren't touring the country talking about this and have to get real jobs again? This was in 1999. He suggested maybe 2 years this would last. But what's happened is...
And that was nearly 20 years ago?
A community of people who use our work in ways that we have never imagined. This community here in Covington is going to look at this work and do something a little bit different than any community ever did before. And that's what makes it fabulous, is the people who use our work.
No, this is a phenomenal opportunity for everybody today, and we certainly appreciate you taking the time to join us. One final thing. if people would like to get a copy of Bridges Out of Poverty, do they go to Amazon,
You can
Books A Million, or what?
Barnes & Noble or Amazon, but if you really want to find out more about it, go to AHA, A-H-A process, ahaprocess.com, and that's all things about Bridges and this lens that we use to build relationships.
Thanks very much for joining us.
I enjoyed it too. Thank you.